Filtered and maple syrup essentials, we think technology is very important to our maple business. First and foremost is the health of our trees. We take very good care of the trees in the woods. We're organic certified by Northeast Organic Farmers Association, and that really means two things when it comes to the product itself. It means number one, nothing's added or removed from the product, and it also means that we're safe stewards of the land. For instance, in the woods themselves, it means we use good woods management. So good woods management, things like trees that we tap have to be at least 8 inches in diameter before we can tap them. It also means that we use 5/16 spouts, which means that we're putting smaller holes inside the tree. Smaller holes mean that the trees are going to heal faster. You'll see that the tree itself is all connected via pipeline system now that we use in the woods. So while buckets are nice for us from a letting the kids collect them standpoint, using the pipeline system allows us to be able to use vacuum now with the trees. And a lot of people think that vacuum sucks the sap out of the tree, which isn't the case. For maple syrup to work, it really consists of two pieces. It's temperature and it's pressure. So maple trees are unique in the sense that when they freeze, they actually collapse inside. Most things when they freeze expand. And that collapsing allows the tree to be able to suck the moisture up from the ground. So now when the warm days happen from cold nights, the tree inside expands. And that's why when you drill a hole inside the tree on a warm day after a cold night, you actually get sap that will come out of the tree. That's the temperature piece. The pressure piece comes into play now when the pressure on the outside equals the pressure on the inside. So a vacuum pump will actually lower the pressure on the outside of the tree, allowing the tree to be able to run longer. With normal buckets, as soon as the two pressures are equal, outside and inside, the tree will stop running. So that allows us to be able to extract more sap out of the tree. And a lot of people ask, does that actually hurt the tree? And the answer is no. There's actually thousands of gallons that run up and down this tree every spring, and we only extract about 25 to 30 gallons on any given year. And you'll also notice on the tree itself that the tree heals itself after we've tapped it each year. So you notice that each year we'll have to either go 4 inches to one side or the other of an old tap hole, or 6 inches above or below the tap hole, because this healing actually acts like a scar inside the tree, just like a scar on your hand. No blood would run through it, so no sap would run through this piece of the tree, but the tree completely heals itself. And over time, you just tap different places on the tree, and that's why you always start off with at least an 8-inch tree. Now inside of the pump station itself, there's 3 technologies that we wanted to talk about while we were in here. The first one is our sap collection unit. This is known as our sap extractor. Everything is running right now in the pump house. You can see that we're running at about 27 inches of mercury vacuum inside the woods. That gives you an idea of how much pressure differential that we have against the trees, allowing the trees to run a little bit longer. Creating that vacuum pressure over here is our vacuum pump. This is a liquid ring vacuum pump. That means that it uses water to be able to seal the pump as it creates vacuum within the line. That vacuum pump is a 3-phase vacuum pump that runs off what we call a variable speed drive that's hanging on the wall. That variable speed drive is connected to a pressure transducer inside the sap extractor. What that means is if we ever got a leak inside of our woods, whether it be a spout falling out of a tree or a squirrel nibbling on a line causing a leak, that variable speed drive will let us know that we have a leak in our woods, that we immediately can find out where it is and fix it. It also allows us to be able to spin the vacuum pump down when the woods is tight. So historically with vacuum pumps, the way that they would work is you turn them on and they would run full throttle. Now if our woods are tight, there's no reason for that vacuum pump to spin full throttle. And what will happen with that variable speed drive is it will actually spin the pump down to maintain that 27 inches of vacuum in the woods. So that means that it's a more green technology and it allows us to be more efficient using less electricity. Behind me is our reverse osmosis machine. So reverse osmosis, quite simply, is a machine that extracts water from the concentrate, the sugars in the maple sap. What that means is that there's membranes in the reverse osmosis system that basically have holes in them that allow water molecules to pass, but do not allow the sugar molecules to pass. So there's high pressure pumps, push the sap across those membranes, pushing the water through, leaving concentrate. What that means is that it used to take us 3 gallons of oil for every gallon of syrup that we would make. With this technology, we only use about a half a gallon of oil for every gallon of syrup. So you can see there's a tremendous cost savings as well as energy savings that goes along with the reverse osmosis machine.
Okay.
So lot of people are asking about the health benefits of maple syrup. It's not just for pancakes anymore. A lot of the recent research now has allowed technology to find new compounds that are inside maple syrup, not historically found. Those compounds include things like antioxidants and anti-cancer agents, even so more plentiful than blueberries, according to some studies. So we're very excited about the natural benefits, organic benefits of pure Vermont maple syrup.